Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. I have been off for about a week now. I was doing a lot of moving around in here, and I had to get a new setup and whatnot, but I was still posting the playlist and stuff, not the playlist, the watch list and stuff on the Discord server. So a lot's been happening. Yesterday was an amazing start to the week, like really good start to the week with a very strong power move throughout SPY and QQQ. So both of them just skyrocketed yesterday, flew beyond understanding, and made a lot of money for everyone. Like, I started the day off with contracts in both SPY and QQQ, both contracts which were below about 40 cents each. And then both of them went beyond $2 in terms of contracts. So that's massive gains right there for a Monday, which gives me a lot of leeway with things to work with for this current week and what to do. So now one of the moves I made yesterday was that I got AMD puts because I had a feeling that some of it was gonna pull back after this amazing skyrocketing moment on a Monday, right? Pfizer got a full FDA approval for their vaccine, yet their movement didn't really seem that amazing. It didn't really seem something like I would expect from a company that got a full FDA approval. I would expect at least $5 of movement. They had a tiny little hill that they usually tend to have anyway, right? So nothing out of the ordinary, as you can see. So this should have been at least up to here, a lot more than what we're seeing here, double or triple of what we actually saw. And it could be due to many things. As we know, Americans all think they know a lot more than doctors. And then, of course, the whole aspect of just American freedom and the general politics, or whatever you want to call it, revolving around vaccines in America is a little surprising, which leads to unexplainable aspects. Here you can already see PayPal started off way above this dash line, so it's got a pretty green day to begin with. It was pretty green yesterday too, but had a very weird green yesterday. There's two types of stocks, right? One that starts off with a crazy hill as soon as the day begins, and you already make a lot of money in the first 1 to 2 minutes of the market. And then this is the second type, where it starts off with being high to begin with, falls heavily. So if you buy contracts up here, you're already messed up. And then you have to average down here. And then it nicely creeps back up to where it was. So you can see it leveled back up to exactly where it started. 277.14 back to 277.44 over here. Right? Today it's at 278. Big $4 gain. So if you swing that from Monday into Tuesday, which is something I highly advise. Monday and Tuesday are probably like the best days for doing contracts. It's a great day to swing things. You just pull in from Monday to Tuesday, and you'll see whatever it is, the call or the put. If what you are expecting was even remotely accurate, then you end up having a nice movement. NVIDIA, amazing day yesterday as well. Big movement on that, but today it's below on the dash line. So, there might have been a tiny pullback, but you can see it's been on a pretty strong positive uptrend, right? So currently it's actually at an all-time high, right? And we're going to have to watch to see what it does today. Not really sure what it's going to really try for today, but we'll keep an eye on that as well. Apple also was on an upward movement yesterday, a little below the dash line for now, but we're going to have to see what things look like, what the power list looks like. And so I've already introduced you guys to the power list right here. Right? We got everything from SPY and QQQ, as well as a bunch of stocks that every single day, for the most part, they show either massive upwards movement or massive downward movement, where you can, of course, make good money based off of calls or puts, whatever you decide to go. Now, of course, our mental capacity and the screen time we have doesn't allow us to trade all of them. You would need a team for that. But you can pick out a couple good ones and then work with them, right? So today's list, we've got a couple good ones that we've already posted for our day alerts, right? So here's the general recap of what's happening on the Discord. Small caps led the way. Tech also took second place, and then Dow Jones, it was a little lag. DIA didn't really move strongly upwards, but it had a positive slope. Absolute beast of a market, all-time high everywhere for the most part. Some home sales data and oil data coming in the morning. Oil did really well in Monday's session, so today we're going to have to see what it does. Remember, there's earnings calls happening all the time. Pfizer news may get people excited, although I still haven't seen much of it right now. EOG and FANG oil plays are on watch. So if you do oil trades, if that's a niche you follow, those are some stocks you're probably looking at. Right now, stocks on watch, we have DDOG, AVTR, FSLR, STLD, and LOGI. Right, so we're trying to watch all of these to see what's happening, as well as AMAT and WDC. Although I've only recently started looking at AMAT, so I'm not very well aware of their movement. I have to check more of that. SPY we're still looking at today, right? So let me set that up actually. I'm gonna make my notes real quick. Right, so SPY is looking really good here, as you can see. All right, so put this trade SPY options, and I'm gonna add right here. Let me move this over. So I like to keep a tab open. Like Robinhood is a little weird, right? But it's the best thing just for streaming purposes. And as you know, I have a TD Ameritrade account as well right here on my other screen. This has got a lot of private information I can't really hide, so I don't use it for streaming purposes. It's also significantly more complicated looking, but it's a small account, right? So that's the one I have $1,000 I put into it that I'm growing towards $25,000. I want to see how long it takes for me to do that without being able to day trade on that account. I get 3-day trades per week as it is with all other accounts. And then once that account gets bigger and bigger, I'll start moving more money from here to there, allowing that one to also be able to day trade. But I want to work with it as a small account for those who do trade with small accounts. Right now, everyone has the large funding to do big day trades. So my SPY notes here, I'm going to write, again, this is most likely going to be a long day anyway. It's going to be one of those days you get calls. But for SPY, I'm going above 448.50. Okay, so that feels like it'll happen as soon as the market opens. As soon as the market opens, I'm going to write it down to 450. If it goes below 446, we're unlikely, but we'll see. So we'll figure that out when we get there. QQQ and SPY both were insanity yesterday, right? So you can see big movement, right? And then we just started today right here. So you know the positive movement we're seeing in both of them hopefully will carry on today as well. I really want to see the same kind of gains coming out of both of them, just like yesterday. And I think it's going to be like a 2-day thing. You know, today, yesterday, big booms, and then maybe somewhat of a pullback coming in. As far as analysis, you know, we can see same kind of thing from different. I remember for my channel, I basically take calls from multiple different Discord servers that I pay for and follow, and then I share them here with you guys. So you know that's what's happening. And then throughout my own time, I watch and monitor things, see how things are looking like as we prepare right now before the market opens. And once market opens, we go ahead and see what we want to buy. And we figure it out like that. So for my small account stuff, I actually have multiple things happening for the small account stuff. We got the TD Ameritrade right here. All right, let me actually turn off the private information aspect. So there's actually a privacy right here. There's a thing for privacy. You can turn it on and off, so that hides most of my account number and all the other stuff right here. So this is the one that I'm treating as a small account. Right, I buy and sell things. BPTH is on the watch list today, and support is almost always on the watch list when it's down to like around 8. So you know, support moved up yesterday right at the end of the market. When the market closed yesterday, after market movement on support.com was seen. BPH today is continuing to go up. It's doing pretty good right now too. They are a company related to leukemia treatment, I believe. Let me check that real quick. So you got this right here, BPTH. Yeah, acute myeloid leukemia. So they just got a clearance for investigational new drug application. Clearance is not exactly an FDA approval or something, but being able to start research is also something that gets a lot of money in, right? So it's a nice thing. They're moving pretty well for now. You know, started off the day pretty positive. So let's see where they keep going to. Hopefully the movement will continue growing. And then on my laptop right here, I have my second Robinhood account. one that I use for my friend actually, and that one has also a lack in day trading possibilities. It doesn't have 25K in the account, but it's growing. So this one is actually at 8K, and I've been using it. I have a monitor right under this monitor here too, so I just move stuff over. I mainly use it right now just to keep an eye on things and keep certain tabs open on stocks I want to keep an eye on as well. All right, more screenplays, more tabs to keep watch on. But I am trying to day trade on this one as much as I can as well, with the same three day trade limit, and grow this account as well. If I, throughout, by the end of this year, if I'm able to grow all 3 of these accounts to price targets I have in my mind, then I can imagine that that would definitely give me self-credibility. I would feel really good about myself and being able to successfully pick good trades, get big gains, and then also manage everything in terms of portfolio management, right? So like these are literally 3 different accounts right here, my own, my friends, but 3 different accounts that are all being simultaneously managed by myself in little 2-hour periods. Like I literally, for the most part, only really day trade from like 9 a.m. to maybe noon, 3 hours, maybe noon. Some days I start trading earlier, like at 7 a.m., which is when TD Ameritrade opens up, if there's a stock that's being pumped or something, right? But that's not really major brain activity. You just buy it and you put a stop loss and you put a sell limit order and you're done. If it reaches the price target you want it to get to, it'll sell. If it doesn't reach that price target, it won't sell, and you just lay back and chill. So we've got 12 minutes through already. We can see some of these are still showing very good green movement. SPY and QQQ are both also showing very good green movement. So I can already imagine I'm going to be buying calls for both of them. Of course, these price ranges will change once the market opens, but for now they're looking pretty affordable. I'll probably go with the 449 call here and the 375 call here. All right, so that's generally what I'm looking at right now for that aspect. Crypto has been a little weird. Bitcoin was able to break the 50K mark and then kind of had a bit of a pullback yesterday, which always represented by MicroStrategy as well as, of course, these crypto stocks, right? Riot, Mara being the key ones for that. Anytime crypto is going up, you can get calls for Riot and Mara. Anytime crypto is going down, you can rest assured you can get some puts on Riot and Mara. However, it's a really big gamble in that aspect because you never know when crypto will truly just suddenly turn back. If this all of a sudden Bitcoin suddenly goes up by 500, all of these would end up going back up and then your puts would be destroyed. So it's not the safest movement to make, but again, when you're in a bull run right now, you don't want to get puts on any of these guys. So like right now where these guys are all pointing down, it would be a good chance to maybe try doing calls, right? So like if we look at Mara for now, Marathon Digital, probably one of the best for crypto management. You can see it's on a pretty nice green movement. They're not even that expensive of contracts, so you can always, try your luck on whatever. If you want to get puts because you see that crypto's going down, you just keep it safe. Keep it at a safe push, whatever you decide to pounce on. I have AMD puts right now, right? So I have AMD puts right now. Doesn't look like it's going to be going so well, so I'll probably take the L on that. And let me see. Yeah, because they kept going up. So I'll probably take the L on that and start looking at AMD calls. I'm going to sell the puts that I have. Not a massive loss, but I'll definitely start the day off with a bit of a loss, which, again, I have space for loss today because I had nice gains yesterday, so not the worst thing. And then today looks like a great day for AMD calls. So yeah, I'm gonna be watching AMD for its call options today. Here, I like AMD calls, and when AMD is on a green move, it does a pretty good job doing a green move. In fact, it might do such a good job, I might even swing it into tomorrow. So we'll see. All right, we've had periods where AMD, we played this. We were doing this live on my channel, right? Buying calls this whole time where all of this happened. Right, so now It came back down in a very slow manner, not a manner that was easy to do puts on. And then it looks like it might be on a bull run again, so we'll play with that today. Probably going to try to get like the cheaper call, so like the 114 call right here maybe. And then this I'm going to go ahead and take the L on and sell them. But I'm going to watch for now. I mean, of course, I have to wait till 9:30 to sell anyway. But I'm going to watch, see what happens. Sometimes what happens is as soon as the market opens, it's going to have a big fall for like 2 seconds. In that split second, I got to get that order in, right? So we'll have to see if I can catch that. That's going to be my primary order of business as soon as the market opens. Let's see. I'm going to keep an eye on Apple because these are looking. Let me see. It's on a bit of a. No, it's looking pretty green today too. Yeah, so this isn't too expensive. The 152. We'll have to see what that price becomes once the market opens. PayPal looking green. QQQ was very green yesterday as well. Let me see how these contracts look. Could go either way today, actually. Not that expensive as of right now, but once the market opens, these prices will update. I wish these prices would just stay updated all the time. I get that you can't trade options until it's 9:30, but still. SPY and QQQ holding up very nicely. In fact, I'm kind of sad they're going up pre-market because I really want to grab those options. Gonna watch for a quick dip on both of them. There's a huge chance today there's going to be a quick dip in the first 5 minutes, and that would be the bottom point where I would try to pick up contracts, right, and then ride that up. Let me see what other people are announcing. Everyone's excited for calls on SPY. Alright, let me set up some of my last few tabs right here. So I don't think Qualcomm I'll watch. I also want to look at McDonald's. We got a call from McDonald's right here. Looking good. I've traded McDonald's contracts before. Alright. So you got I hate stocks that have this kind of sine pattern kind of movement, really sudden ups and downs. But I'm gonna watch to see if I can grab a good movement on that. AMC, we know that is one of the most commonly spoken about sine pattern movement stocks that there are out there. And every time it reaches 38, comes back down. Every time it reaches around 30, comes back up. So now it's at a place where it should be coming back down. But looking at how green the market is lately, it could continue its trend upwards. So we'll be careful with that. Pfizer, not really entirely sure what's happening with that. Pfizer been a little weird. PayPal. Let me put my notes here real quick. This looks like it's definitely a call day. I have to see the price of the contract. More analysts are sending in their messages. I'm just skimming through it real quick to see what we're looking at with market updates. We got some morning gappers. You know, if we look at, so one of the websites I always use, this place right here, right? This is from yesterday's, right? So it's, remember when the day ends, it just freezes where the day ended. So yesterday, DATS, PXLW, CLEU, these three were the top three for volume, trending stocks, upward momentum, right? They did great yesterday. Support.com was up here as well as Express, so you can see both of them. And then I like to also look at the gap up stocks here. So you know that if they have space to gap up, there's a big chance that they're going to go ahead and make upward movement. And when they're making that upward movement, if they have options, you can get calls. And if they're a cheap stock, you can grab a bunch of it and try to see the upward movement they do. And BNTX is nice to see here. This is a very commonly discussed stock right here, BNTX, because they are actually responsible for, it's a $380 stock, as you can see right here. And they are part of immunotherapy. And I can see they've actually got a pretty strong upward movement just yesterday. Huge boner upwards yesterday. And so if I show you guys right here, BNTX. So we look at the 1 week. Look at that right here. But these options, I believe, would be pretty expensive. Yeah. See, this is like you pay 14,000, like 1,400 for a certain single contract. That's not happening. So, beyond my scope. That's what I like to say right there. Beyond my scope. Got some notes for NVIDIA. NVIDIA, we're looking at 216 bounce. So the analyst is saying that there's going to be downwards movement for now because there is a little bit of a downward movement right there at the end where it might come down to 214 or 216 or 214 and then bounce back up. So that personally tells me that I might be able to get puts on it. These are pretty expensive contracts for today, but I might be able to get some puts on it and see how that movement looks and then close the puts out and get calls and see how that goes. All right, so that's the general scheme of things right there. Let me see. Let me post. Let's see how this looks. 3 more minutes to go. 5 more minutes, excuse me, to go until the market is popping. And this is really sad. Like, we're missing out here because we can't get contracts right now. But, you know, SPY and QQQ looking great. Anyone that bought contracts yesterday and left a few runners for today, massive gains. Anyone that did that already started the day off with enough of income that they don't really need to worry about anything else anymore. Probably don't even need to trade today. Okay, got my notes popping. Definitely want to grab calls on both of these as soon as I can. Doesn't look at this point, like when the market opens, there's always a chance that this is going to knife down and then go up. But I'm going to grab some as soon as the market opens, and then if it knifes down, I'll just average down if anything, because I'm pretty bullish on these guys moving upwards. So shouldn't be much of a problem. Shouldn't be much of a problem. Let's see. Apple showing funky movement. But it's been pretty stable on its upwards trend. Today could be a day it comes down though. I mean, SPY and QQQ are so strong right now though, it's slightly unlikely it'll come down. Slightly unlikely. So far we can see Costco also going up. Let me see what's happening with that. That's pretty strong boner right there. 454. Oh, it went up. It already went up like 60 cents. Okay. These are not obnoxious. Not obnoxious. I've traded Costco calls. I forget what day it was, but you know, all in all, it generally tends to have a green movement these days, so might work out. Let's see. What am I not too intrigued by? QCOM is looking strong. AMC still looking bullish here. Pfizer's looking weird. I'm gonna close that shit out. PayPal's looking bullish. NVDA for the bounce. We'll keep that option open. Apple and AMD. And I have to close this out. Yeah. So sell to close all 5. I don't know where it's gonna be at this point when the market opens. But 1 more minute to go. So we've got multiple things to grab real quick. I'm gonna watch for this update first. Should hear that TD Ameritrade bell really soon. And then we get started. So here we go. Got my fingers ready. Let's see if this knifes down as soon as the market opens. All right, so we got 10 SPY calls, and they're knifing down. There you go. So those 10 SPY calls just went down a little bit. Let's see. AMD is very far down. This should be fine though. I think it's such a strong market. We shouldn't have gone. I could have grabbed a QQQ and a knife down like that too. I'm gonna get 10 of this right here. No, it's going up too fast. Don't go up so fast. Relax. Perfect. All right. So we're in on SPY and QQQ, right? We're in on SPY and QQQ nicely. Should already be pretty green. I'm going to hold them out throughout the day. So SPY looking good. QQQ not so bad. The AMD puts I have to see what's happening with AMD real quick. Yeah, AMD, it'd be great if it just gets shat on today somehow. That'd be wonderful. Comes back down. I'm actually more, yeah, this is looking pretty good for me. There's a chance it might get shat on. I might not need to take the L, so I'll keep an eye on that. SPY and QQQ both green now. They're dwindling, but they're looking pretty strong, so we're good there. Costco went down. McDonald's on its run. 242. I don't know about that. Apple on a run. Definitely want to grab that. Let's see. I'll get this one. We'll get 5, 4, 40 cents right here. Submit. Done. Perfect. QQQ kind of falling. SPY also falling. Please don't let today be the day you guys decide to fall. Right, so this is how everything's looking right now. Apple, AMD is actually becoming more green for me because it is sinking. So, I didn't need to close out this at all, actually. But I don't really want to average down yet either. Let me see. I mean, I could average it down actually, since it's showing such a strong movement right now. Yeah. Coming back up. Damn, AMD's starting to come back up because QQQ is coming back up pretty strong. I just need AMD to sink. Everything else should go up. Keep it nice and positive for yourselves. I don't mind that. I think it'll be fine for today. AMD 84, okay. It's not that far. I think I just needed to drop to like 107 and then it'll be green. McDonald's QQQ might be coming down today. AMC on its downward trend. NVDA. So here we are. It was supposed to bounce. It didn't bounce yet. This used to be clickable. It's not letting me click today. Interesting. Must be a new update or something. Let's see. Couple people looking like they're going down. Okay. Bit of a pullback, if anything. Etsy's looking strong. Etsy's often looking strong. I recently ordered a couple things from Etsy too, so I wouldn't mind supporting the company. But these are some expensive contracts over here, buddy. I'll pass on that for today. JP Morgan, Steel trying to come back up. TTD trying, Upstart trying. Let's see what TTD looks like. Do I want to get calls also? Make it a spread. Came up pretty quick. QQQ, SPY, and Apple all looking very nice so far. Green. AMD trying to become greener if it falls more. I'm just considering whether or not to make a spread where I'm buying both ways to cut on some losses here. But it's looking pretty weak. I feel like AMD might actually successfully fall to... It'd be great if it fell back to 104 for me, but even 106 would do the job. Looking weak. SPY is going, QQQ is going. Well, I guess this is what I'm going to be doing for today. So my goals today, I'm going to hold SPY and QQQ, see how far they go. They went crazy yesterday, right? If I sold everything right now, I would have about 200 of profits, but then the 130 loss. Yeah, so I'm going to watch. Remember, the goal is to make at least 500 a day, preferably 1,000 a day, day trading some nice power stocks that you caught on the right trend, going in the correct direction, right? And then just rinse and repeat the next day. So thanks a lot for joining. Let's see how today ends. I'm going to do a recap video later tonight, something that a lot of people have recommended and urged for, so I feel like it's a great idea. And then I will see you guys again tomorrow morning.